I remember when movie soundtracks used to be fire. Like there was so many movies that I could just name off the top of my head that you knew for a fact the soundtrack for those are legendary. Like you just know they fire. I ain't gonna lie, still to this day, Tarzan soundtrack, that's like one of the best soundtracks. Matter of fact, it's one of my favorites and one of the best that I've ever heard. I don't give a fuck. Maybe I'm being biased. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. It is what it is. Even Brother Bear, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brother Bears was fire as shit, too. You know what I'm saying? What y'all know about Brother Bear? Get Rich or Die Trying. If you ever seen this movie, you know what I'm saying? Not only is the movie fire, but the soundtrack is fire, too. Still to this day, I listen to some of the songs from this damn soundtrack. Black Panther, that's another one. You know what I mean? Even though Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? That was 2018. Even though, damn, 2018 was really... Damn, never mind. That was a few years ago. Shit, like what the I'm thinking that shit was recent. Even if we being recent, you know what I'm saying, with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack by Metro. This shit right here was fire. We just don't get fire movie soundtracks no more. And look, I know some of y'all just be worried about watching the movie. I get that. I understand that. But for those like myself, right, that you give a fuck about the soundtrack from a movie. Like, you understand where I'm coming from right now. Like, just think about all the fire movies that we seen growing up. You know what I mean? And how fire those soundtracks were. Like, you just watching a scene or you watching, like, a talk or whatever and you hear that music playing in the background. That shit right there will literally, like, you gonna be vibing to the movie differently because you hear that. Even the Suicide Squad movie, you know what I mean? Even though this movie to me was trash as hell, some of the songs I fuck with from this movie. Speaking of movies, though, it's crazy how they really working on the third Black Panther. I ain't gonna lie, I'm with that. I'm ready for that. Word on the street is they're gonna put a different actor to act as T'Challa. I don't really know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Cause Chadwick Boseman, I understand. Like, rest in peace. He's not here with us no more. I understand it. But like, I don't know. That's I don't know how I'm gonna take that. Like, hopefully the actor they pick is good for that role. Cause yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Chadwick Boseman, he set a high standard playing as T'Challa. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? But look, that's not the point of this video. Hey, shit, I can't wait to see Denzel on that shit. Listen, I hope they have him play an important role. You know what I mean? That shit gonna be fine. All right, let me get back to the point. Movie soundtracks, I feel like between the 90s to 2000s. A little bit of the 2010s, too. Matter of fact, you can even probably throw some of the 80s movies in there, too. Because some of the 80s movie soundtracks, them shits are fire. But, like, growing up in that time and having movie soundtracks, fire ones to be exact, it was just part of, like, the culture of movies back then. You know what I mean? Like, it was just part of that feeling of, like, what made the movie even more fire. Like, even the first Toy Story. Think about some of the songs you hearing on that shit. That shit was fire, too. Like, I'm not trying to sound like that person for me, but I'll be telling people I know all the time, like, yo, not for nothing, shit is just not the same no more. Between movies, shows, music, like, I just feel like the creativity and the effort, it's just not there no more. Like, they deadass do not be giving a fuck. But then they sit there and they wonder why we don't fuck with the shit that they putting out. Motherfucker, y'all not giving a fuck. Y'all not giving a shit. Why the fuck would I give a fuck about the shit you dropping if the shit you dropping is trash? You not even putting no effort. You want me to care about? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you think this is? Bro, why you think movies like Sonic is doing so damn great the way it is, bro? Because of the fact that they actually giving a damn about the damn fan. You could tell whoever's behind the Sonic movies, they probably a fan of Sonic themselves. They actually giving an effort. I promise y'all, if movies go back to giving a fuck about the soundtrack while giving a fuck about the movie being good, I promise y'all, movies are gonna be doing a lot better now than they have been the last 5 to 6 years. Word of my life, they are. Because that right there is going to show all of us that you actually give a fuck about the movie being good. Rather than just drop some bullshit and you like, here y'all go. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually going to care.